So super excited to go out there, see wife's family, and yeah, just rest up and relax a little bit. Take the foot off the gas. In terms of the business a little bit. Um, yeah, and just like be restored by the time I get back on Monday, back and rolling. How about you,
Fuck yeah.
bro? How's everything with the business?
Amazing. I mean, it feels good to finally have clients.
Yeah,
Now, I'm just grinding to make sure I deliver for them.
yeah. What were some wins for this week?
That was an insane win.
Nice, bro. And how much did you close them for?
3K.
3K? Three months?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, that's freaking amazing, man.
Crazy.
Super proud of you.
Crazy.
It's like the power of, building a business, bro. Like that's what it is, right? Like you get, opportunities meeting people in person, but also opportunities online as well. It's like both hand in hand, right? It's so crazy. This is
For
what
real.
happens when you're able to build a business and a product, right? Like everywhere you go, you shake some hands. You shake some hands. People might be interested. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing where I tell like so many of my other clients, I'm like, bro, like just shake people's hands. You might get a new friend, right? You might get a new business partner. You might find the love of your life, right? It's like you might find some clients, right? It's like you might find your next best friend. But yeah, man, I know like we talked last week and you said you would have like questions. So, would love to answer any questions. Um,
thank you, bro.
yeah,
Um, so mainly I'm just in like I've switched my focus from getting clients to making sure I deliver for them.
yeah,
Like what does your actual like so when you sign on a fitness coaching client,
yeah,
like what does the program look like?
yeah.
Just at a very high level.
Yeah, at a very high level, I have an onboarding document, right,
Okay.
that I send to all of my clients. So what this essentially is like it's a document where all of the information and the guidelines and step by step like instructions is like listed out, right? So for example, step number one could be like sign the contract and send it back to my email. Something super simple, right? We sign an agreement and then we start working together. And then next, I'll be like, step number two is you sign on to Trainerize. I sent you an invite. Please accept the invite, download the app, and this is how you set everything up, right? So I would record a video of me like going through Trainerize and navigating the training app, right? For my like future clients for them to be like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. I know where my workouts are. I know where my diet and nutrition is. I see my schedule. I see my progress pictures. I see my daily weight every single day, right? And then thirdly, I'll teach them exactly what they need to do in terms of their diet, nutrition as well. So each and every single person is different in this regard, right? So this is where it's a little bit more tailored depending on their goals. For example, if a guy that is trying to bulk up, I might set him different calorie targets and different calorie goals and proteins, carbs, fats, and different macros. But if a guy is trying to
Yeah.
lose weight, I might set them up with different macros and a different diet plan, different meal plan, and all that stuff. So it's like that part is like dependent on their goals. And on the consultation call, I'll figure out like what they're trying to accomplish, right? Because you have one guy that's like 170 pounds and he wants to bulk up to 190. That's a totally different game plan than a guy, that's 260 that wants to drop to 200 pounds, right? So based on the consultation call, like I'll get a gauge of what they need specifically, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I would list out like helpful supplements, guides, how to navigate the weekends, grocery lists, just basically brainstorming everything that it takes for a client to succeed, basically. And then I put it into video format so that they can follow it step by step. Because sometimes like people get lost in a document. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's like, bro, just watch this link, go step by step, right? You're gonna know exactly what to do. Dumb it down so that like a third grader could follow it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I
Yeah.
have everything on this document and everything is set up, right? And then on top of that, I'll invite them into a community group chat with all of my other clients as well. So right now I'm working with like 49 other like fitness clients right now. So
Wow.
every single person in there is on, a similar journey. They're either cutting or they're either bulking, right? Or they're maintaining, like one of those three, right? So what we do inside the program and inside the group chat is I'll remind them. I'll send them like voice messages. I'll send them texts. I'll send them reminders. I'll send them, encouragements, accountability, and just like hype people up in the group chat, right? It's kind of like whenever someone gets a win, I'd be like, bro, let's freaking go. Or someone sends a gym check-in, bro, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like you're looking juicy, like you're getting jacked, bro. It's just like stuff like that, right? Because
Yeah.
when you think about it from a client's perspective, right? Wouldn't it feel nice to have a coach, a mentor, like someone rooting for you in your journey, right? It's like that's why they
Totally.
signed up with you. You know what I'm saying? Right? They need that extra hype, that extra motivation, that extra encouragement, that extra inspiration, right? So I would have that inside my community group chat just to make sure that they feel loved and cared for. At the end of the day, that's what it is, right? And that they're more accountable. And the more accountable that they are, the more results that they're going to get. And the more results they're going to get, guess what, bro? Your business skyrockets, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
It's
essentially what I do. And then I would program like the workouts tailored specifically for them. So the workouts and diet is truly dependent on the client, right? Because sometimes like guys will tell me, oh man, like I'm a busy entrepreneur, business owner, I'm working 70 hours per week, like I don't have that much time to work out. And then I'll formulate them a specific workout plan for them, or
yeah.
like I might work with a consultant and he's like, bro, I'm traveling like every other weekend. It's like, I don't know how to stay on track with my diet and the gym and this and that. So I'll give him a specific game plan, right? I'll put it into an app and you're going to see all the exercises on there, all the workout demonstrations. I filmed the workout videos for myself, right? The reps are on there, the sets are on there. The rest time is on there. I'll add some mobility and stretching routines and all this stuff as well for all of my clients, right? Because stretching and mobility is something that most people don't do naturally, right?
Yeah.
So it's so important that we have everything incorporated in there and they have a whole laid out schedule. It's like they need to be doing this, 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 and they see it on the app. Check, 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 check. All right. If you check all of the boxes, you're going to get amazing results, right? And I just hold them accountable. So that's essentially like how I go in terms of like the delivery aspect in terms of my fitness clients.
Dope.
Yeah.
And then do you meet with them one on one, or is it
Yeah,
all?
so truly dependent on the client. So for clients that are paying more, like they would have like a one-on-one like scheduled in, right?
Okay.
Like the clients that are paying like about like $1,000 a month, like they're like getting one-on-one calls like every single week, like mandatory, right? Because like I want to make sure that they get amazing results. Clients that
Yeah.
are paying around like 500 a month, right? Like they have the option to schedule in, right? Typically we meet like every other week type of thing, right? And then any clients that are less than that, right? It's more so like no one-on-one calls, like maybe like, it's like once a month type of thing just to check in. Or if I see that they're like slipping up and slacking a little bit, then I'll schedule the call myself. But
Okay.
like it's not part of the program itself. You know what I'm saying? So it truly
Yeah.
depends on client to client, right? So yeah, so like different tiers, different accountability and support, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. No,
Because if they
100%.
need more time from you, then obviously like you have to charge a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm really interested in this app thing. How does the app work? Like from the user's perspective.
Yeah, so let me see if I can show you. So once you pull it up, it's like this, right? I don't know if you can see that too well, but user experience, like let's just press this. Let's see, 1 second. Let's just go to one of my clients, Anki, right? I'll open up his profile, right? So this is what he sees. He sees the workouts right here, right? So he presses it and he sees all the workouts listed out right here. Reps,
Oh,
sets,
that's
rest
amazing.
times, tempo, everything, workout demonstrations. He sees how much he has to do in terms of his cardio, and he gets to track his weight every single day. So once you track this, right, you go here, right, you see what progress he's making right now, right? So,
Wow.
so this guy, Anki, he started around like 230, and today he weighed in at 197.4, right? Like
Wow.
33 pounds around there, right? You see the down
Amazing.
trend going down. So it's like if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and they follow the coaching, they're going to get amazing results, right?
Yeah,
And then like you can add like progress photos and everything like that too, like inside here, right?
that is sick. And what do you pay for the app, or how does it work on your end?
Yeah. Yeah. So what happens is um in terms of the app, like I would pay about $120 a month, I believe. Yeah, $120 a month on the app itself, just to have everything scheduled in.
And is that per client or total?
Total.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's like nothing for you because you have fucking 50 clients.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like if you have about like 50 clients, like you should be, like you don't even think about that, right?
Yeah.
Or like you could like the thing with that is like it's a write-off for your business too,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You can just view it
Perfect.
like that.
That's so cool because I've been thinking about ways to like do accountability. Oh, you mentioned gym check-ins. What is that?
Gym check-ins. So it's like they just send a photo in, right?
Oh,
So like
that's
they
awesome.
send a photo in of like them, flexing in the mirror or something like that, or like a picture of the weights just to show that they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's pretty simple, right? Just to have people have a rhythm and a habit to send in something to show that they're staying accountable. And this serves as a reminder for other guys in the group chat to be like, oh, shoot, I should probably hit the gym too, right? Because if you see your
Yeah.
friend or, it's like a buddy of yours hitting the gym and you are slacking and you see he's putting in that work, it's kind of like, I don't want to be the slacker inside the group. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's like
Yeah.
playing team sports, right? You don't want to be the slacker inside the team sports, right?
Yeah.
It's like you
Totally.
want to be inside the group chat. You want to send in your gym check in. You want to send in your meals. You want to stay accountable because you're doing it anyways, right? And I always educate or like I always teach my clients. It's like, hey, bro, like I'm not trying to teach you just to lose weight. I'm trying to teach you how to self develop and be a leader as well, right?
Yeah.
And one of the best ways to be a leader is to actually do what you say you're going to do, right? And one of the best ways for you to stay accountable is posting in the group chat, showing that you're actually doing it. And in of itself, like you're a role model to other guys inside the group chat, right? And
Yeah.
one, it makes them feel a lot more important, right? And I also give them this identity as a leader, right? And this ultimately changes their identity over time, right? Because sometimes like people are like, oh, I'm just low key, bro. I don't want to post anything. I'm gonna sit on the sidelines. But no, bro. Like if you want to be a mover and shaker in this world, you got to be at the forefronts, right? And you got to post, stay accountable, be an example to everyone around you, right? So that by the time like they're, it's like 6 months into the program, they change not only physically, but mentally, emotionally,
Yeah. That's awesome.
financially, spiritually, every aspect of their life. And this is the transformation that you give to your clients, right? Because obviously they're signing up with you because they want to, get a certain result, but it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Totally.
more than that, right? It's life transformation. And that's why people keep on sticking with you, right? And that's why my clients stick on with me for a long time because they're like, bro, I need Ray Tang in my corner, right? I need to
Yeah.
get to that next level. It's like, as far as, it's like he can lead me, I'll keep on following him. So that's why it's so important for you to develop yourself as a man as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like level
Yeah.
up in all aspects of life so that your clients don't, quote unquote, in a way, like surpass you. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because if they surpass you, then that means you're an amazing coach, first of all. right? And then two, it's kind of like they'll go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they won't follow you anymore. They need someone else that's a better leader for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It that makes total sense.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that makes a lot. I like that idea of letting people develop that identity as leaders within the group.
yeah,
It's smart.
yeah. And that's what
That's
it is, bro. Like it took me a long time for me to figure that out. Because initially, like I wouldn't really think about that. But when you think about life transformation, it's not just habits, bro. Like habits is the very first step, right? Changing up your habits. But the ultimate goal is to change your identity, right?
yeah,
Because a lot of these guys come into the program and they're like, oh, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I'll be nothing. It's like I'm worthless and like all that stuff. It's sad, bro. It's sad. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, I don't want you to live like that, bro. I want you to be a confident. It's like I want you to make progress. I want you to be driven. I want you to be ambitious. I want you to have a different mindset, a different body, a different demeanor for yourself, right? By the end of the program, right? So that's why we work one on one together to shift that mindset, shift those beliefs, shift them and like motivate them and push them in the right direction, right? Because I know like when you're in shape, when you're working on yourself in all aspects of your life as a man, you're winning, right? You're feeling good, you're confident, right? Nothing can put you down, right? But when you're not working out, you're not showing up for yourself. You tell yourself you're going to hit the gym, but you don't hit the gym. You tell yourself you're going to stick to your diet plan, but you don't stick to your diet plan. Guess what that does to your confidence as a man?
yeah,
Depletes, right? It tanks your confidence. And then next thing you know, it's like even for like dating and all this stuff too, it's like, will you be confident to approach a girl? No, you won't even try, bro. You won't even try
yeah,
because you're not confident. It's like, yeah, I want to approach a girl. Okay. Yeah, right, bro. It's like it truly is like that, right? And sometimes like guys just quit in their minds. And it's sad to see, but in my mind, I'm like, bro, I see so much potential in every single person that I see, right? And I'm like, bro, you can do so much better. I got this vision for you, bro. I'm gonna take you here if you would be willing to let me, right? And that's when they sign on for the coaching. They're like, hey, Ray, I'm gonna let you, right? But some guys, they're like, I'm just gonna do it myself. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Right. You
yeah,
check on them 3 months later, still the same spot. 6 months later, still the same spot. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Right. And this is what I tell so many people, bro. Like, you have to change things up if you actually want to change your life around. Right. And that's so important. And that's why it's so important to keep on investing into yourself, investing into your knowledge, investing into mentors, coaches, and just people to elevate you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you don't know. Right.
totally. No, that's really fucking smart.
Yeah.
On the accountability thing,
Yeah.
what uh, what mechanisms do you have in place to help people be accountable?
So I would say like I would have one-on-one calls. I would
Mhm.
also have like the group chat. I would have automated reminders on the training app, right? So on that training app, like you can just custom set like automated reminders. So for me, what I do is for all of my coaching clients, so what I would do is I would put it on their like schedule, right? Like first thing in the morning, 5 a.m. I'll be like, reminder to weigh in first thing in the morning every single day, right? The reason why is you want to track your weight every single day, and those that track their weight every single day will see better progress because you're monitoring it, right? So it's like you see, the trends, whether you're going down, whether you're staying stagnant, whether you're gaining weight, right? If you're trying to lose weight, but your scale is going up, bro, you're eating too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I remind them to do that, and then the second reminder, I'll be like 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I would be like, reminded to drink your water first thing in the morning. right? So they'll get both of those texts depending on what time they wake up. Some of the guys I work with, they wake up at like 4 o'clock. So it's like, so
That's
I just
sick.
pop it at 5, right? And then after that, it's like reminder to send in your MyFitnessPal and your macros and your gym check-ins and all this stuff throughout the day, depending on when they tell me they're gonna work out, right? So if they tell me like typically I work out around 5 p.m., around 4:30, I would just have an automated message, be like, reminder to hit the gym today. You got goals, fam. Something simple, right? So that holds them accountable and sends them like a reminder, just in case I get busy or I'm on a call, very similar to this. I'm not going to be texting them, right? So it's like having automated messages help a lot, especially in terms of reminders and accountability as well, right? And then I would send them check-ins like twice a week. I would do like a midweek check-in, which is like green, yellow, red. How we doing, fam? Right? It's just like green is like I'm all consistent. I'm ready to go. Like everything is good to go. Yellow is more like, hey, bro, I'm kind of like struggling a little bit, but for the most part, I'm pretty good. Red is like, bro, I'm not even following your program. Help. And then I would say, like, is there anything that I can do as your coach to support you? Please let me know, and please give me some feedback, right? So, my clients would respond to that. A lot of times they're either in the green or yellow. Anytime they're in the red, I call them right away. I don't care what they're paying, whether they're paying, it's like 100 a month, 500 a month, $1,000. I'm calling them, right? Because I actually want to see my clients win, right? And I'm like, bro, like, what's happening? Can I help you? It's like what's going on? They're like, oh man, like I lost my job or like this and that. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, bro. Just coach them through that, situation or whatever they're going through, right? And this is an opportunity for you to show up powerfully for them too, right? Because especially when clients are in the green and yellow, it's like they're doing pretty good. But when they're in the valley of despair, this is when they need a coach. You know what I'm saying? They need someone to show up for them. They need, someone to encourage them, inspire them, or, just be a friend to them. Just show that you love them, you care for them, you support them, and that you're there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so important. Um, yeah, because sometimes people go through rough patches in their life, right? Obviously, that if life was smooth 100% of the time, they would probably get amazing results without you. You know what I'm saying? But like like life is not like that, right? Life is so crazy, so chaotic, and unfortunate things happen, at unfortunate times, right? So it's just being there for them, be understanding as a coach, be loving, be supportive, and just be there to encourage them, right? Or just be there to talk to them, right? Sometimes you don't even have to give coaching, but it's just like to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, that's essentially the accountability that I have in place. Um, and I feel like that's more than enough, right? It's like,
Yeah,
one more thing is training the mindset, right? So I would send in voice messages to my group chat, right? Of like one mindset, like principle that I believe in every single day, right?
that's cool.
So it would be like, what do I believe as a coach that's going to help my clients be successful? I'd be like, guys, I want to remind you guys one success principle that I heavily believe in. I heavily believe in is everyday consistency. If you guys want to be successful in any area of your life, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's faith, whether it's picking up a sport or a skill, you need to be consistent every single day. The guy that is sowing into his business, the guy that is sowing into his fitness, the guy that is sowing into his relationships, the guy that is sowing into his faith, he's going to reap a harvest later on, right? And we want to make sure
Cool.
that we stay consistent every single day because the more consistent that we get, the more results that we get as well. And when you get more results, you're going to be more motivated to keep on going and keep going and keep going. And next thing you know, 1 month down the line, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, you completely change your life around. So I just want to root for you guys. I want to see every single person in this group chat succeed and get better. I love you all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Something like that.
That's awesome. That's
Right?
so fun. Cool.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think if I have any more questions. This was honestly super, super helpful, dude.
Yeah,
I
bro.
definitely need to set up. So I'm already planning on having video trainings.
Yeah.
I'm working on that right now.
Yeah.
But the daily interaction and accountability piece, that's so, in the Trainer Eyes app. Does it have like a little checklist or like a habit tracker
Yeah.
section?
Yeah.
Mark
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that too, so they can mark whether they
Yeah.
did it every.
Yeah. That way it's just like a lot easier for them to like track and some guys are OCD. So like they're like, I need it, bro. Like so I just have it in there for them. Some guys, they do it and they don't, track it. But as long as I see their weight going down, I'm like, you're good, bro. Right. So some guys are lazy with it, but they actually put in the work, right?
Yeah,
That's all I care about. I care about you putting in the work and getting results, right?
yeah,
Like, um, yeah, because at the end of the day, like that's what I care more about. But some guys are like very meticulous. They need those trackers and all this stuff. So I have it in there for them, right? So that they can stay more accountable and more consistent.
yeah. Fuck yeah, dude! Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Yeah,
I I feel like I know what I need to do now. I need to build these accountability mechanisms,
yeah,
whether that's in an app or if I just kind of do it myself at the start.
yeah. So like that's a very important part of the business, right? It's like the accountability and results and the delivery, right? This is more so the delivery aspect, right? Because in a business, like you need many different components. It's like you have your product and service, right? It's like you have your, it's like delivery of it, right? How you go about it. And then you have your marketing, you have your sales, you have, like copywriting and everything in terms of that, like content creation, all that good stuff, right? And then there's a lot of like different strategies and tactics and all that stuff within each one, right? To optimize each pillar, right? To really build and grow your business even further, right? But I think having this foundation for your two clients that you're working with right now is everything, right? You deliver amazing results, you know, and then later on, I can teach you about like referrals and all that stuff too, right? Because that's a big part of the business as well, right? As you
Okay.
deliver amazing results to your clients and transform their life around, change their thinking, like educate them, encourage them, motivate them, inspire them, help them grow, right? They're going to be like, bro, my coach is so valuable. I want my friends to get on this program too, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the delivery aspect. If you show up powerfully as a coach, right? It's like the referrals and all this stuff will also grow your business. One guy would refer like four of his buddies, but
That's
like
fuck.
another, like a couple other clients would be like, oh, I don't know anyone right now. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of like it kind of like balances out, right? But you can also have an
totally.
incentive for all of your clients too, right? Like a reward, right? It's like, hey, another free month of coaching. Or it's like I'll incentivize you with some cash, right? It's like whatever
Yeah.
close on, just give them like 10%, 20%, something like that, right?
That's
As an incentive for them to refer to, right? Because sometimes like people don't want to go out of their own way, to like be like, hey, like sign up for Isaac's program, right? But if you
yeah.
give them an incentive to, and they actually see value in your program, they would want to actually help you out too, and it helps them out, right? It's like a win-win situation, right?
Do you find that the money or the coaching is a better incentive, or does it depend on
I
what you're
offer
doing?
both. So I'm like,
Hmm.
either you can have one free month of coaching or like 15% of, like whatever I close. And
That's super.
whether they're money motivated or, they're coaching motivated or I don't know, right? It's like it's dependent on the client, right? Because
Yeah,
people are different, right? So it's like sometimes people are like, yeah, I want the extension because the extension would be worth more. You know what I'm saying? So if they really want to stay on for longer, right, the extension would be longer. So like I would have clients that would like refer me like a lot of clients. I'd be like, bro, you're gonna be a lifelong client of mine, right? I just you don't even have to pay no more, bro. Like you refer so much business to me, right? It's like, don't even think about paying. I'll just keep on coaching you, bro. Right?
That's all.
You will have some clients like that too, right? But yeah, it truly depends on the client, whether they want to extend in terms of the coaching or they want to get the monetary value or like the cash, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
totally, dude.
yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
I think I'm out of questions, bro. This is fucking awesome. Thank you so much for like taking the time to walk me through this stuff. This is
yeah,
like so,
yeah, yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, glad I was able to help you with your business, bro.
of course. Enjoy the time in Cali too. That's gonna
Yeah,
be nice.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Definitely gonna enjoy some time. Maybe get some sun out there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how cold is it supposed to be there? Like colder than here in
I think it's
Chicago?
around like this weather, bro. Like maybe like 50s and 60s. So it's not even that much
That's-
of a difference, really. Yeah, NorCal is cold right now.
Yeah, I always forget. Like I think of when I think of California, I think of like SoCal,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I always
NorCal,
think about SoCal too. I never think about like NorCal or anything like that. Like
yeah,
summertime is really nice because, it's like it's a little bit more chilly, like 70s, and that's like kind of like perfect weather, like 70s and sunny.
yeah,
But
for real.
SoCal it would be like 80s and sunny, so it's like a little bit hot, during the day, but you know,
Or fucking hundreds, bro. Like,
yeah, it's like if you're more inland, then it'll be like freaking 101 degrees and sunny. Uh, it's crazy. So it truly depends on where you're at.
max.
Yeah.
Arizona just cooked my ass. It was 98 one day.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh. Yeah, I went to Arizona last year. It was so hot, bro. It was like 110 when I
heck,
went. Like you don't
yeah,
even want to step outside, until nighttime. Even nighttime is like hot.
yeah, for real. It's
Yeah.
still like 90 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro. But yeah, super proud of you, man. You've been crushing it with your business. You've been grinding, bro.
Thank you,
Where
dude.
do you want to where do you want to take this in the next like 3, 6, 12 months from now?
I feel like, yeah, honestly, that's a good question because I've been so like in the moment. I haven't
Yeah.
really paused to think.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say next like 2 weeks to 1 month is just get super good at like delivering on everything
Yeah.
I promise. Like I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Uh, and just over deliver, get the results right, dial in the program.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 months, I want to scale up to like 4 clients a month. That
Yeah.
would be 12K at my
Yeah.
current price, which would
Yeah.
be crazy. Like I've
Yeah.
never had that kind of money.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
So that would be incredible.
Yeah.
And then I would say 6 months to a year
Mm.
would probably be like all like offloading more stuff. So
Yeah.
like so I can work less and
Yeah.
focus more on spending time with people.
Yeah. The delegation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I already know. One of the first things I want to do is hire a video editor
Yeah.
because I suck at that and it takes me forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. First, I
Yeah.
gotta just fucking get results for these
Yeah.
first two.
Absolutely. And one thing with the results too is like figure out ways to get as many results as possible, right? Like text screenshots, it's like video calls. You can also do or have them send like video testimonials, very similar to like what you did for me, right? It's like, hey Ray, it's like I just closed my first client, it's like,
Dude, I appreciate it for real. You've been
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
I'm excited to see you on Monday too. It'll be lit.
yeah. That'll
So
be a good time.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Again, bro. Enjoy the Cali time.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you
Have a
on
good one,
Monday.
bro.
Have a good one.
See you, bro.